Outside Tesla's Park Royal dealership in North Acton, West London, a small but determined group of around 30 protesters gathered to take part in what organizers dubbed Tesla Takedown. According to Associated Press, it's part of a coordinated international protest targeting Elon Musk and his dual role in business and politics. Positioned next to the busy Western Avenue dual carriageway, they held placards reading, "Don't buy a Tesla," and "Bankrupt Elon," as traffic roared past. Some drivers honked their horns or cheered in support, a flash of solidarity from behind the wheel. While business carried on inside the dealership and some viewings went ahead, outside, this group was adding their voices to a much wider movement. The global protests come in response to Musk's leadership of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, a new agency formed under US President Donald Trump. Since taking office, Musk has closed multiple federal agencies and gained access to sensitive data, sparking deep concern among his critics. For campaigners here, standing outside a Tesla showroom on the edge of London is about more than visibility. It's about economic pressure, and drawing attention to what they see as Musk's growing influence and threat to democracy. Theodora Sutcliffe, who is behind the UK movement of Tesla Takedown, says, "They destroyed the brand even more than Musk has already destroyed it by highlighting how very socially unacceptable it is to buy a Tesla in 2025. They vent public frustrations and they enable us to get the name so we can work on divestment campaigns, which is what's really going to tank the stock price." Among those protesting were American visitors to the UK, like Robin, who said she felt compelled to join while in London. "I'm here protesting that we have systems in place that need to be gone through. Not just one man making these arbitrary decisions for the rest of our country and ruining things that are important to us."
Very strong opinions on Elon Musk. They destroy the brand even more than Musk has already destroyed it by highlighting how very socially unacceptable it is to buy a Tesla in 2025. They vent public frustration and they enable us to gather names so that we can work on divestment campaigns, which is what's really going to tank the stock price.
I'm here protesting that we have systems in place that need to be gone through, not just one man making these arbitrary decisions for the rest of our country and ruining things that are important to us.
I actually think the brand Tesla was a wonderful idea in the beginning, and it's simply the politics of Elon Musk. So this is a move against Musk. Personally, I think Tesla is good. I would just never buy a new one. And you know, the people who bought those 2 years ago, they were doing the right thing. But now it represents Musk, and as a pushback against him, I think it's important to make a stand and boycott Tesla.
I think first of all, we just want to make, get loud, make noise, make people aware of the problems that we're facing, not only in the UK, but I mean, I'm from the States, so we're having a lot of problems back home, as I think people can tell. And we just need to make it real for people. This isn't a joke. They're fascists. They want to, they keep threatening to invade Canada, Greenland, Panama, you name it. They are genuinely hardcore right-wing militant extremists.
Ukrainian aviation hit Russian bridges in the Belgorod region to prevent the Russian army from evacuating their equipment. It is noted that F-16 bombed the bridge in Belgorod. Analysts from the Dnipro Osint group reported that the aircraft hit bridges in Grafivka and Nadezdivka. Both roads lead from the town of Krasna Yaruga, and the group trying to eliminate the Ukrainian bridgehead is commanded from there, the analysts shared. The BBC has learned that the operation of the Ukrainian armed forces in the Belgorod region has been going on for a week. There is very little official information about this Ukrainian offensive, although Russian and foreign sources report some successes of the Ukrainian armed forces and their advance into the Belgorod region. The only information released by government agencies is a statement by the Russian Ministry of Defense on March the 18th, which refers to an attempt by Ukrainian army units to move in towards the settlements of Demidovka and Prilesi in the Krasnoyarusky district. These are villages on the border of the Belgorod and Kursk regions of the Russian Federation, near the border. According to the Russian authorities, they were attacked by about 200 Ukrainian armed forces soldiers in 29 vehicles. Vyacheslav Gladkov, governor of the Belgorod region, announced the evacuation of the border residents and called the situation very difficult. Osint researchers claim that as of March the 26th, the Ukrainian army was fighting for control of 2 Russian settlements. The Ukrainian analytical project Deep State shows that the grey zone on Russian territory here is about 13 square kilometers. Kiev does not comment on the situation in the Belgorod region. It is noteworthy that during the Ukrainian offensive in the Kursk region in August 2024, the Russian Defense Ministry reported that in the first days that the attack was fought off and the Ukrainian army was pushed back to the border, but this turned out to be untrue. Also recently, the HIMARS multiple launch rocket system managed to destroy 4 Russian helicopters in the Belgorod region. Ukraine had requested F-16 fighter jets for months before several countries agreed to supply them in 2023, pledging around 100 aircraft in total. The first F-16s arrived in summer 2024, though the exact number currently in operation remains undisclosed. The Ukrainian Air Force's fighter jets, such as F-16, are instrumental as the last line of air defense against Russian missiles and drones. Military notes that Ukrainian F-16s are armed with high-precision aerial bombs, including glide bombs such as SDB and JDAM-ER. Recently, a photo emerged showing a Ukrainian F-16 equipped with BRU-61 pylons carrying 4 GBU-39/B SDB bombs, each on 2 hardpoints. The American-made SDB bomb weighs 130 kilograms and has a maximum flight range of up to 110 kilometers when dropped from high altitude. For maximum effectiveness during combat missions, Ukrainian pilots must approach their targets, potentially exposing themselves to enemy aircraft missiles and ground-based air defense systems, according to Militani. The F-16s are also equipped with air-to-air missiles including AIM-120C, AIM-9M and AIM-9X. The AIM-120 AMRAAM is a supersonic medium-range air-to-air missile that forms the backbone of long-range capabilities for most Western fighters against aerial targets.